6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo. All engines running.
Hello? Hello. Everybody, happy Monday. Welcome to the start of a brand new week. And yes, a bank holiday in Ireland and the UK. And other places. Fantastic. Join us tonight for part 2 from Earth to the Moon series. And well, tonight, friends, we're going to be focusing on the training and the testing that was involved to create an astronaut and also some space flight, the equipment, the machines, the technology. Very interesting one because we're here in Nevada and we're going to be flying Janet Airlines, a secretive government setup. Right, and well, we're going to be flying over to Las Vegas and then finally we're going to ramble up to Area 51 in Leitrim, and it's going to be grand, so it is. So lots to learn, lots to cover, and yeah, we should have a bit of fun. I've updated and fixed many things today. Having a mad day, but change settings on cameras and stuff. Jesus, change things and move things around. Very loud. But yes, welcome to May the 4th. Live long and prosper, and if you don't agree with it, well, that's no one's fault, only your own, because you should. But anyway, so we're going to be flying in the PMDG 737-600 with the Janet Airlines livery. We're also going to be using Groupie from Say Intentions. That's going to be tracking us along our route. And it's pretty much direct. I do have a flight with Simbrief, but it's very much direct. We might do an arrival into Las Vegas to see how we get on, and then from Las Vegas we're over to Area 51. But I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. So I did a bit of gardening today. I said this on Discord, and well, Mrs. Two-Tone spent about half an hour going back through the camera feed to see if she could find it. Couldn't find it. So I went out with a schnips, you know, to cut a bit of hedge back off my oil tank, and then I said, I'll cut another bit of hedge off my shed. So I went, as was my wont, grabbed a hold of it and started to drag it, you know, drag the hedge with me. Right. Anyway, whatever move I made, you know, I started to tumble and fall. Right. And I tried to roll to kind of counteract the falling flat on myself. And by trying to roll, I did some sort of an Olympic-styled somersault that failed terribly because I landed on my head. Well, I say I landed on my head. I landed on my shoulder and my head. And I upended myself and I was now lying flat on the ground. And I looked around. No one saw it. And then I got up, covered head to toe in grass. So I've decided I'm going to retire from the gardening. It's much too dangerous for me, and it should be left to those who are properly equipped to deal with such things. You know, like robots and stuff. So that was my day. Right, and then I was like, right, see this gardening? And I went off to see if I could buy a robot lawnmower, because Gibbo sent me a link, and I went down to Aldi and they didn't have any. Then I went down to Lidl and they had one, but it was like 500 quid, and I was like, I mean, the shed is nice and all, but this time of year, I mean, it gets blustery, so I don't want to live there, you know. So, yes, you can't retire from yard work. Oh, begob, then you can. I just did. And I won't be coming out of retirement anytime soon. Yes. But anyway, that was my day of drama. Other things I've done now. I was a busy weekend. I was flat out. Great news. I got VR working. Well, I didn't get it. No, hang on. I got VR working. I fixed it all. Literally needed an update on the simulator, and now it's all working. So I need to get some content up and running for Pimax, for the Pimax Super. And I will, before I even get into it, I've always used the Pimax Crystal Light. And I was saying, it's grand. I mean, this thing is absolutely brilliant. Then I put the Pimax Super onto me head, and like, Jesus. Like, it's like, how do you even explain this? The clarity. Anyone who used the Pimax Crystal Light, you know the clarity is just... Pimax are just deadly, right? They're deadly. But the difference between the Pimax or the Pimax Crystal Light and it's unbelievable. Like, it's so clear. It is so clear. So I need to kind of dial in settings and all this kind of stuff. But it was unbelievable, the clarity. Couldn't get over it. And so got that working. What else? Preparing our stuff for Wednesday stream, where we get to look at this monstrosity of a machine. Ooh! And got that working today. And we were showing that one off on Wednesday. So excited to show that one. And what else? I've just been busy, flat out, data and stuff and equipment and things and right. But it's all coming together very well. But I have been looking forward to this flight. The 737-6, this aircraft also received the high detail update from PMDG. So our flight is going to follow that typically of an IFR commercial flight. But as I said, when we head up to, you know, that place, things will get tricky because we won't get flight plans. So we'll have to just kind of wing it. Do you know what I mean? And what else? I went from a Vive Pro to a Crystal Light. I assume the jump is similar. I would say so. But yeah, you're a long time being idle. Wait, what? Quiet now. I was flat out with the gardening. But anyway, I fixed the camera up a little bit. It should be less noise and things. And even have a light. There's a light with pods and rods. And it's very, very sophisticated work, lads. Very sophisticated. But where is this now? How are you going to manage to get an overhead of that mallet or giant mallet head? I don't know. Everything's moved on me. Balls. I never thought. But I'll fix it up. I'll do it on Wednesday. I have things to do. But yes. But anyway, welcome in, lads. It's great to see you. Hope you did loads of flying over the weekend. Hope you had a great long weekend. We're back to work tomorrow. But maybe you're in work today. And if so, well. Yeah, right. But we're all here together now. And so we're going to get ourselves up and running. Up and running, as we do. So who's here? Look, CP65, good evening. Hope you're well. Retriever Neil is in the house. Spitfire RAF 100, you're very welcome aboard. Vacuum is here. Tarnish Mossman, may the 4th be with you. And also with you. Live long and prosper. Mrs. TPHI, the upside down person incorporated into the upside down world. And she deals in the ministry of upside down things. You're very welcome aboard. Alberto is here, good evening. Grimmy, good to see you. APO Inspector's in the house. The True Demon, welcome aboard. Fierce Wolf, looking fierce. And Wolfie, welcome in, buddy. Ferocious Gamer is here. Merry Star Wars. Mac Vision, good evening. Runbog Mord, good to see you, man. Jesus, then you missed all the crack last Thursday night, huh? You missed all the crack. But we'll have more of it this Thursday. It's good to see you, buddy. Commander Balosh, very happy Monday to you. Hope you're well. Malky Mac is here, good evening. Viper Strike, nice flight in, where now? Michigan yesterday, he said. Ooh. I hope you enjoyed it. The Boise, good evening. Happy Star Trek Day. Yes. Flipper Alloy, a very happy Monday. 98 Vulcan is here in the chat. Good evening. Mr. TPHI. Hang on now. I have a bone to pick with you. There was all sorts of pictures being put on the internet and Discord. Mr. TPHI put up a decent one and then Muse fan destroyed it. Yeah, right. He used graffiti equivalent and made me hands very small. Welcome in. Mech Manser, hope you're well. North Coast Mike is in the house. Linny Bobbins, good evening. Happy Battlestar Galactica Day. Come on, Neil. Uniform Goose, good day, Goose. Hope you're well. The Impossible Face, Mary's Science Fiction. That's better. Flying the 737 is so refreshing. I've flown the Phoenix for so long, I was getting very bored of it, says the True Demon. Well, change it up, man. That's what it's all about. Norse Viking, happy Monday. Cracker is in the house. Sir Campsalot. Madude, a very good evening. Mrs. Toto is here. She says, good evening. Hope everyone had a fantabulous bank holiday. You too, Mrs. Great to see you. Hope you're well. Tarnish, thank you for 3 in a row. Sumner is in the house. Happy Monday from steamy Naples in Florida. Welcome aboard. Oh, come here. Did you see the Grand Prix yesterday in Miami? What do you think? Very good. Shuffle Shoes. Shuffles in. AJH John, welcome aboard. Wolf to Fear, good to see you. Super Typhon, sup? Spirit Airlines is shut down and United Airlines hit a truck. Jesus. Cy120, good evening. Hope you're well. Mugan is here. Good evening, Murph. Hope you've had a fantastic bank holiday weekend. I'll be doing lots of flying in the sim. Running really well now after sim update 5. Indeed. Oh, me neck. Did I tell you I hurt me neck because I fell in it? This side. Oh, Jay. That's going to hurt me now tonight. Oh, Jay. Did you hear it? Oh, yeah. That's what pain sounds like. Nighthawk, very good evening. Hope you're well. Yanni is here. Good evening. May the 4th be with you. Now, let me see. Filthy, good evening. Kazaki Flyers in the house. Toto, 24.95. Good evening, Toto. Hope you're well, buddy. Crafty Tigers, good evening. Just Roy is in the house. Good to see you, Roy. Happy Monday. Crafty Tigers, thank you very much indeed. 17 months with Prime. Cheers, buddy. Hope you're well. Old Veteran 965. He says, happy Monday, folks. Hope all is well with y'all. All right. Good to see you, Scott. Welcome aboard. Mugan, thank you for 7 in a row. Creo is here. Hello to all in County Mayo. Good to see you. Gibbo is in the chat. He says, Murph, are you going to be very nice to me now after Friday night, considering the dirt I have in... I've always said it, lads. Gibbo Ireland is a stand-up gentleman. Yes. Wonderful person. Always thinking of you and just a generally sound lad. Yes, yes. And I second the motion. Hear, hear. Now, great to see you. Pal, oh buddy, oh pal. Jesus, I'm in danger. It's good to see you, buddy. Home Wreckers here. Happy Monday. Jesus. Right, we're over here now, look. Can't wait to hear about the latest accident. Oh, I'm telling you, I nearly lost the whole head. Right. I reckon I've aggravated an old sport in, the upper dorsimus and the... I reckon now... I could have got whiplash, I'd say. I reckon I do have whiplash. I reckon I should be put into one of those collar thingies. What happened to Murph? Oh, Jesus, he had a terrible accident. Terrible. It was terrible now, Sounded sore as well. He found the switch scenes buttons. Wait, what? Switch scenes buttons? Let's see what happens with that. Another holiday. That's all you guys seem to have over there. Sure, we're always on holidays in Ireland. Brilliant. We get 10. Is it? Do we get 10 bank holidays a year? I think it's 10. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we get 10 of them. Is it or 11? I can't remember. We get a few. But when I'm in charge, lads, don't worry. Everyone's going on to a 4-day week and everyone will have Friday off. And we'll add in, an extra 42 bank holidays for Mondays. It's going to be brilliant. Right, now, we're over here, look. Another holiday. Right. Fibro, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Memphis Ton is in the chat. Good evening. Eamon, 1973, has rambled into the chat. Good to see you, Eamon. Super Ty says, also, this Friday is David Attenborough's 100th birthday. Jesus. 100, though. Willow, how much? Good evening. AZ Blue Line is in the house. Where is this now? Who deleted the video footage? Hey, what? Tuck and roll. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, me neck. It was a tuck and roll. A genuine pain in me neck. Ah, Jesus. No, wait. So, no damage done. Not at all. T33 with me on Unifly. Kazaki, good man. Let me see here. And normal humans. Right, indeed. Idle Cutoff is in the house. Cambridge calling. Hello from Tipperary. It's currently 12 degrees. It was about 14 degrees today. It was quite nice out. Nice day. What did you say, Merv? You fell on the shoulder and your head, so you fell from the shed. Very good. Very good. Willow, how much? Thank you for your bits. Cheers, buddy. Muse fan bursts in the door. He says, how he is, his mad jokes, his... Happy Monday, Muse. Hope you're well. Using the Pimax Super while trying to do hedge work in the garden. That could have been dangerous. Yes. It looks tiny, just big enough for the hat. What? Wait. Listen. You're not. How are you going to get the overhead over the giant mallet head? Listen, it's wing it an aircraft. Brilliant. Right, you got there. Are we doing a proper flight plan for this, says Nighthawk. Yeah, it's on SimBrief. He can even mount a camera on it. Mr. Dan is here, good to see you. I'm Pierce, good evening. Mordus is in the house. He says, Murph, may I ask, are you still using the Moza AB6 or AB9? I was wondering what your long experience was. Only saw your 15-minute review. I was thrilled. So, I've the AB9 set up in my rig. I've the AB6, that kind of floats depending on what I'm doing. You see, I find for streaming right now, the way I have my rig, when the AB6 is there, it shakes, rattles and rolls, which is fine. But the mic picks it up, so I've been coming up with a plan to kind of have it properly mounted. I've a lot of stuff now, so like I kind of need to build a bit of a cockpit area, rather than kind of multi-use streaming stuff. But I can say this: both the AB6 and the AB9 are a class act. They are really good. Very good. Soaring AJ, you're very welcome aboard. Daddy Plump is here. Good evening. Hope you're well. One Foxy Bingo Gav is here. Angry B, good evening. Stick Figure, welcome aboard. Zard is in the house. Where is this now? Crafty Tigers, absolutely. UTB is in the house. Good to see you. The Tennessee Texan. May the fourth be living long and prospering. I see what you did. Yay, space. Zith is here. Good to see you. Show us where you loaf the ground. It's just out in the garden. Jesus, me neck. It's just out in the garden, Twitch is not playing for me, says Lucky Bow. Oh, Jesus. Hit an L refresh. The True Demon says, I saw it. Did you see the crash surprise the driver? I didn't see it, no. That was crazy footage. I didn't see it at all. Technically, it hit a pole, then the pole hit a truck. Oh, really? Jesus. Gar Gaming, good evening to all in County Galway. Gibbo's just like, Man, Gibbo. Great bunch of lads. Gibbo's a great bunch of lads. Was the garden work the creation of a new flagpole? I wanted to do that. I wanted to get like a weather sock and a flagpole for my garden. And the missus said, no, you're not. I was like, but come on, a flagpole. No, a weather sock, wind sock, Watch this space, I'll get one, don't you worry. Right, now, we need that photo. Not at all. You should make a claim against the ground, right? You need a bubble. Wait, you need a bubble. I do need a... Wrap me up in bubble wrap, Complete brain damage caused by a bush. That I'm telling you. Out in the bush, where things are wild, Will the Hawk be okay to keep up? It should do, yes. Roy says, I posted a little app idea in the add-on Discord channel. Sweet, we'll have a look. Nice. Jesus, says Rambog, I was planning on joining the flight tonight, but now I'm downgrading my GPU drivers. Jesus. So now something that happened to me when I turned on the gadget, it came up on the screen, Flow, and it like you don't have the application to open this. Anyway, long story short, bug, just re-download Flow, fixes it. So if you're having that issue with Flow, just re-download it and you'll be good. Re-download it, install it, and then you're good, right? Then you're good. But anyway, Mr. Alaska is here, good to see you. Lusty is here, good evening, hope you're well. Sumner says, Antonelli 3 in a row. Yeah, mad, isn't it? Is there a crater where you landed? Jesus, then CP, huh? Show that fella now manners. Wild Mull Queen, I wanted a windsock. Yeah. Just throw your Speedo on a pole, that's your windsock. Brilliant. I said I haven't had a CTD. That's when I had a CTD. Jesus, really? Zard, the timing, man, the timing. Now, let's have a look over here, look. There's more buttons. Let me see. Is it Trailer Works? TWRX. Welcome aboard. Can you please include the server in the description? We'll always fly on the Southeast Asian server. Always. It's just kind of what we do. But yes, I make sure I'll put it in the description going forward. JP, good evening. Anna Cross is welcome aboard. Kieran Nile. Welcome in, Kieran. Hope you're well. Dave Cleary. Legend, Dave. Welcome back, Dave. Black Sheep Gene is in the house. Spent 2 days trying to set up a stream deck, but it was too involved for me. I sent it back today. What? Really? Gene, bring it back. I'll give you a hand with it, man. The stream decks are brilliant. Brilliant. Mutt Dog, we're all going to heaven, lads. Way. Jay Sward, good evening. Mav Wings is here. PDX Tundra, welcome aboard. Oogie Boogie, good afternoon. Hope you're well. GL Pilot, good evening. Ernie is in the house. Kubi Montana, you're very welcome aboard. Mart Roberts, good evening. And Stevie B's calling in from a sunny Tenerife in the Canary Islands. Good to see you, buddy. Sarah Doman, good to see you as well, buddy. Hope you're well. Energizer, he says Mert. No, he didn't say Mert. He said Murph hurt himself during gardening work. Crime Busters is on the case, right? And it hurt me neck. Steiny's here, good evening. I've had a few CTDs and also a blue screen of death, but only when using the SDK. Oh, Jesus. Right. Oh, jeez. You can't hear it, but I can tell you the pain. Whenever I do it, I'll say ouch. So you then, it's an interactive stream, you see. You know, we all participate in these things together. Will we be seeing any UFOs today? Jersey, I mean, listen, you wouldn't, we're bound to see something. We're bound to see something. Right, we'll do one of these. Come on over here now, look. Hup. Now, welcome to, Jesus, welcome to Edwards Air Force Base. And from Edwards does floating planes already? This is a great start. From Edwards, we're going to be flying up to Las Vegas. So, welcome to the cockpit of a 737-600, configured for Janet Airlines. Now, we're going to go in and open up Navigraph. And with Navigraph, we shall load in our route and import the flight directly from SimBrief, and we'll horse it in there. Right, load her up there now, Geppetto. So we're on the ground here down at Edwards Air Force Base, and we're going to be doing a straight out departure off runway 23 left. From there, it is...
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Jesus, there's Muttley. Magnifico, good to see you, buddy. So we're going to be rambling out. We're going to be picking up the... Edwards VOR. From there, it's 104 miles until we get to the arrival, and we're on the Rounders Zulu 4, or the Rounders 4 arrival, and we're planning runway 26 left into Harry Reid, which used to be called McCarran. That's our first flight. Second flight then is going to take us up the road to KXTA, Homey, or Lake something airport, right? Area 51. I'm telling you, the crack is going to happen here, right? But anyway, let's see what happens. Roy Temple, McCartney. Who? McCartney? No. It's McCarran. Harry Reid is what it's called now. You know, Rich Gillen, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. So that's our plan. We'll keep that over there. And let me see. We also have our groupie flight with, say, intentions. We'll go ahead and grab this from the Earth to the Moon. There she be. So we have all the information over here from Say Intentions, and we got a couple of folks already with us. We're down as Janet 235. That's our call sign for today's flight, and it'll show us our first. That's actually showing us our total destination, but we're going to go to Las Vegas first and then up the road. So that's where our communication will be hailing from. So we're sitting inside a 737. This is the high detailed update, which we got from PMDG. So everything's looking absolutely gorgeous. We checked out the Dash 7 last Wednesday on the stream. I do have high fidelity model matching, so we'll have to see how the frames go. There's a plane floating in the air, which is jolly God. So we'll see how we go with, like, you know, bits and pieces and all this, right? You're from Vegas, flew there many times. Nice, buddy, nice. Jet Lens used to live in Las Vegas. Welcome in, buddy. Area 52 used to do in Worthing, West Sussex. Now, it pretended to be a tattoo shop, but there was that's what they wanted you to think. I assume Area 51 was next door. Brilliant. And yeah, everyone still calls it McCarran. Yeah. Muttley's back, spent 2 days fixing Windows after an update that screwed Windows. Will be the Jesus. Strap is here, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. When are they doing the high fidelity update for the Dash 8? I've no idea. I imagine very soon. Weeks, maybe, you know. Adam Controls is here. Good to see you, Adam. Are you doing wingling for this? We are now. Hang on, we'll fire that up for you there now, and we'll do that gadget, and we'll... I don't have a .pln. I wonder, can Kanzui link this to SimBrief? Wouldn't that be the ticket? That'd be the ticket. Hang on, we'll grab an L.pln here, because I can export this. Hold. Let's see here now. Flight Sim 2024. Horse it in there. Where did that go now? I literally just saved it. Let's try that again. Load. Aha. Brilliant. TTM. Do me gadget. And all is well in the realm. Turn on the overlay. Now, Adam, we're all up and running and be Janie then. Brilliant. Murph, I'm floating in the air. You're hiding in the C-17's belly. Oh, good man. Brilliant. There's no scenery here, so I don't know what the crack is. I saw Flight Tampa announce the scenery for Area 51. I didn't see it. Roy, thanks very much, buddy. That'd be awesome. Forget Area 51. Aliens were rumoured to be in Tipperary and managed to communicate thanks to an Egypt who can read everything. Balls. Thanks, Viper. Jesus. Right, will we get going? My thoughts exactly. So let's get some power into this machine. So we're currently on ground power. So let's put some power into the machine. And ground power. There's life here, Jim. Over the nav. And we continue on down to our flows. Maverick Mike, thank you very much indeed for 10 months. Cheers, buddy. All right, we're going to go with one fuel tank on for the moment. Logo and wing lights can come on. Our cruise altitude for tonight's flight, we're heading up to 23,000 feet initially. And we'll continue on with some flows here. We're looking good, we're looking good, we're looking good. Galley is on. APU generators, they're all off for the moment. Circuit brake lights. APU switch will be turned on here now in a moment. Go ahead and get our hydraulic pumps turned on. Window heats can be activated. Keep our probes off for the moment. Anti-ice is all okay. Cockpit recorder, test and erase. Forward entry is open, but that's okay. Press and hold our APU switch, and we'll just wait for power now to fire up. Ooh. Give it a mo, give it a mo. Okay, low oil pressure, and then we'll see our EGT starting to rise as you can hear the APU starting to spin there now. So we're looking good up on top. We're going to come down here to the bottom. Those screens will come on in a moment. We're going to...
Flight 611 radio check.
That sounded very real and close to us, didn't it? Am I not on... I shouldn't be on a hot mic. Who are we tuned into? Firefly 611, this is Janet 235, 5x5. Hopefully he heard me. He sounded very...
Put on yourself, Dad.
Jesus, sound lovely. What do you mean 2x2? Be careful with those probes while going to Area 51. Gelati is here, good to see you. Right, FMC, let's be having you. Pause in it. Yes. Next page. Grab the owl position off for GPS and horse it in there now. Lovely. We are at Kilo Echo Delta Whiskey. Couldn't tell you what gate we're at. Route, we're going to import the flight plan direct from SimBrief. KEDW. And let's see, can we flight plan request? Really, Murphy? Really? Hold. There we go. There we go. So we're going to set the payload, we'll set the fuel, and we'll select the route. Alright, that's going to have to request that. APU is up and running. We shall turn on the APU gens. APU bleed. Get some packs on. And for the ladies and gentlemen who are boarding the aircraft, oh, where's the button I have for that? Where's the... Oh, here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking, a man with a pixelated face. We're flying to Las Vegas to bring you lot home and bring the next group out to a place we can't tell, or won't tell. So sit back and enjoy the flight. Zip tie passenger. Wait, what? Click all the buttons. I'm telling you. Back in the day, I was born at George Air Force Base. No way. That's awesome. That voice is amazing, isn't it? All aboard Janet, I'm telling you. Right, I'm flying to San Francisco, but my screens are all black in the cockpit, says Kieran. Oh, Jesus, not a good move at all, Kieran. Not a good move at all. Right, let us continue. Come down here. Company route. Load the route, please. Route uplink is ready. Flight directors have been turned on in my little screen here in front of me. Go ahead and clear this. We will set an initial altitude for 9 Actually, we'll go... oh, don't crash sim. We'll go 10,000 initially. Actually, we're direct out. We'll go straight up. 230. Easy. 23,000 feet. And we'll bring our speeds up online here now in a moment. So let's have a look. That's good, that's good, that's good. We shall activate, execute, and we shall go...
611 taxiing via the apron to runway 23 left to get out ahead of Murph.
Let us go to departure on the right. He sounds very good, doesn't he? Departure is off runway. What? Who? What did we say? Wait, balls. We're blasting off today from runway 23 left. Next page, 23 left. Yes, direct. Lovely. Legs page. Arrival will horse it in. And we're planning the Rounders 4. Rounders 4 for an ILS 26 left. Boop. Mizzen or Rounders? Direct. Right, you're in. Lovely hurdling. Let us go and have a look at our performance. We'll, I don't know why it's doing that with the... That's weird. Performance tool, let's go and have a look. So, import from the flight plan. Runway, blasting 23 left. Come hither. Elevation, grand. Aircraft, grand. Import from the aircraft. Weather, and calculate. So we have V speeds 126, 127, 128. That'll all do. Performance 4.8. Horse it in. Zero fuel, horse it in. Reserves nil. Cost index 31. 230, isn't it? Yeah. Flight level 230. The windage at altitude is going to be 236 at 50, 236 at 50. Transition, performance, execute. N1, we're not derating. Flaps will be set to 5. Center of gravity will be 24.1, that's 4.89 on our trimmage. And we'll go ahead and put in our V speeds. Lovely. From here, we're going to disconnect the ground power. And we'll come back over to our little friendly gadget over here. Happy little guy. We'll go to ground operations. We're going to release from ground power. And our parking brake is currently off. We have set the parking brake. We're going to remove the chocks. And that should remove everyone else now. There we go. Lovely hurdling. Alright friends, we're getting there. This is looking good, that's looking good. Anti-skid set for rejected takeoff. Flaps will set now in a moment. Throttles. They're testing and working. Lovely. Transponder. We'll do a makey uppy one. Let's go 6461. And we'll stick that onto auto. Give it an L test and see what happens. Lighting and all the jazz is looking okay. Reset our barrow, reset our directional indicator, and all this is looking good to me. Put in our initial speeds.
Okay.
210 knots, that looks good. And up on top here, we're going to disengage our packs because we're going to do a starting stand. Right. Edwards traffic. Janet 235 is starting up on the ramp. Janet traffic. What runway we're taking off from? We're going to blast out from runway 23 left and see what happens there. All right, engines, do your worst. We have spoolage. Did I just say Janet traffic? I meant Edwards traffic. Oh no! I've made a terrible mistake. Oh Jesus, the sounds. Should be 2-3 left according to Navigraph. Fuel in. Two tree left doesn't exist on little nav map. Be grand. This thing sounds absolutely gorgeous. Alright, starter switch, disengage. Back up on top. Get them gens online. Leads are online. We're looking good here, there, and everywhere. Lovely. Engine one. We have spoolage of the engine. And loop. Wait for about 20%. There it is. Fuel coming in. Oh man, the sounds are good. Flaps 5. That Murph wish he was floating early this afternoon. I'm telling you. You have 2-3 in little nav map. There you go. Hey, Zybok is here. Good to see you, buddy. The sounds. Hope all is well in Denmark. Well, I mean, it is Area 51 after all. Oh, look at the Firefly air livery. Who's that then? It's Rambog. Look at all the airliners. This is absolutely nuts. Verify your takeoff speeds. I've done that. Menu, legs page. No fixes. Right, we're looking good. Flaps are set. Generators on. We'll go ahead and off the APU gen. APU coming off. APU bleed off. Packs coming back. Probes coming on. Yaw dampener coming on. We're looking good here, there and everywhere. Runway turn off and taxi lights coming on. Positioning strobes, anti-collision lights, and well, the rest, lads, is going to be absolutely grand. So it will. So off the brakes. Bit of power. Edwards traffic. Janet 235 taxiing runway 23 left. Edwards. Mother of Jesus, what's going on? There's a Vulcan doing the exact same thing. Was that Mr. Tan? Jesus. Chris Van Halen, good to see you. Right, don't panic. I've terrible ground control. How do we... Now it's working. Why was that happening? Very strange. Alright friends, let's see what happens. The darn pointed ear hobgoblin. Alright. We're moving nicely. Jeez, the noise. So many jets. Gotta say, it looks really nice. We'll ramble on this way. Easy now. No, delivery is part of the PMDG default stuff. You can pick it up there. Jeez, this looks lovely. Look at the amount of aircraft. We have a mix of airliners, jets, other things that we can create and make up. Easy now. Gently does, gently does. Alright. Alnav. Can't harm that. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens. An unpainted F-22. And an F-14. And planes behind us, look. Jesus, so far the frame rate is doing its thing, isn't it? Can I zoom this puppy out? Oh, I can. Yes. We've all our stuff working here, lads. Weather. Now the weather radar, she's on. Weather and traffic. Jesus, go handy, Murph. And Edwards traffic. Janet 235 crossing runway 23 right. We're going to taxi to 23 left for a straight out departure. Edwards. Are there more updates tomorrow? Yeah, there's a world update coming out tomorrow, Kieran. Mr. TPHI is in the F-14. Brilliant. Jeez, look at that thing. Who's that? Mav, is it? It's Mav. Psst, who's in the back? Carefree, Gary.
And Edwards traffic, Firefly 601 is skipping the queue and departing runway 23 left, Edwards traffic.
Skipping the queue, he says. Skipping the queue. Jesus. Right. To infinity. And beside. Strobes are on. They're all looking good. We will go continuous for takeoff. Altitude has been set. Am I the only one that has an issue with flow sometimes not loading when I load the sim? Give it an owl See if you can give it an update, Muse. I might just need it. 50 FPS will take it. I don't know what I'm getting actually. Where's my FPS counter? Actually, we're getting 105 or so. We'll take it. Right, lads. As soon as you're on the runway, depart. Get up and get at them. Latest version installed. They updated earlier on today. Hassan is here. Happy 4th of July. Good to see you, buddy. I can hear it now. Janet 235 tripping in the hedges and taking off as gravity forgives me. Right? Alright, easy now. This is going to be a spectacular takeoff. Jesus. Is that Mav again? Bloody hell. Haven't updated today. We're just sniffing at the back of that plane, Mav. Don't you worry. Easy now. Easy now.
Approaching runway 23 left.
Good one, Janine. Still can't arm that. Why can't we arm LNAV? Alright, easy, Murph. LNAV armed? Oh, that's a bit of an issue. I can't arm LNAV on the ground. Nope, doesn't want to play. Auto throttle. And let's see what happens. Edwards. Janet 235 taking off runway 23 left. Edwards. Power coming in. Engine stable. Start the clock. And choke at the Janie. Oh, it is, Gibbo. It is. Jesus, come on, Gibbo. I'd have been lost without you.
80 knots.
Airspeed live, 80 knots.
V1 rotate.
Jesus already. Yupsy daisy. Mad Divil of a flyby. Yes! Gear up. Did you see the state of that, sports fans? Okay, let's go heading. And Edwards, Janet 235, departed runway 23 left. Going to be making a right turn to the north to depart to the east. Edwards. Alright. Autopilot, engage. V-speed. Down the hill a little. Stop pressing buttons, Murphy. Flaps coming in. Auto throttle is set. Drop the nose. And then right turn coming in. Up to 360 degrees. 250 knots. Flaps in. Engine mode off. Gear off. Brakes off. And flaps fully in. July, yeah, no issues so far, buddy. No issues so far. Oh, look at this! We have fighter escorts here. This is brilliant. Overriding the FMC. Oh, we're okay. Man alive, this is class looking. Keep her moving. Speed's coming out. Right turn. Now we'll go direct. It's going to be KEDW. So we're going to say LNAV, horses across now. And we're doing alright. MCP speed 250 knots. That's grand for the moment. Climbing at 2,000 feet per minute. And we're sticking into VNAV in a moment. Alright. Little bit bouncy and shaky. Ooh, the turbulence is real up here, lads. 7.6, what a machine though, isn't it? It's a great machine. Great machine. Right. So we're going to rejoin now at the Edwards VOR. That's looking good to me. And engine, let it calm down for a moment. Get her climb in there. She's trying to hold 250 knots. Engine's coming back as we turn on course. Straighten her out. We're looking good kind of everywhere now. Coming up on 10,000 feet. Go ahead and shut off our lights. And everything else, except for our landing altitude into Vegas, we need to check that. Everything else seems to be going good, lads. We're going good. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the 7.6, man, it's a class act, isn't it? Alright, we're going to have a left turn coming in here now in a moment. I noticed they've reset me turbulence stuff, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. This looks great so far though, doesn't it? Now I wonder, should this camera not be doing what it's currently doing? That's better. 2200 elevation. Is it? Jesus. Cheers, Malky. It's a wee rocket, this thing. It's an absolute machine, isn't it? Alright, let's zoom out here a little bit. Okay, we got our whole flight plan. It's pretty much direct too, lads, so we'll have a bit of fun with this. Alright, looking good, looking good. Where's all my stuff now, Murph? Where's all my stuff? Here's my notes. So, tonight, we'll start off at the beginning. Episode 2, Astronaut Training and Testing. Preparing humans for space. So, waiting to hear this, right? So, the US Air Force Test Pilot School at Edwards was the birthplace of America's astronaut corps. In 1961, the school was redesignated the Aerospace Research Pilot School, or ARPS, A-R-P-S, and extended its curriculum from a few months to a full year. Students, hand-picked from a pool of roughly 300 applicants each year, had to possess a bachelor's degree in engineering or science and were exposed to subjects never before taught to pilots. They included things like thermodynamics, bioastronautics, Newtonian mechanics, and advanced space mission simulations. The keystone of the program was the T-27 spaceflight simulator, which replicated the sights and sounds of space flight. Pilots also flew converted NF-104 rocket-power aircraft. Zoom climbs above 100,000 feet forced trainees to rely on reaction control thrusters rather than conventional control surfaces. The rigorous program produced 37 graduates selected for the US space program, 26 of whom earned astronaut wings, and these courses bridged the gap between high-performance test flying and also orbitable flight, teaching pilots to manage high G forces, operate reaction control jets in near vacuum, and think like engineers. Now, when we consider all of this, the US Air Force Advanced Flight Training School, it trains experimental test pilots, flight test engineers, and even flight test navigators. It's a full training school, right? It was established way back on the 9th of September in 1944 as the Flight Test Training Unit at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. On the 4th of February 1951, the school was moved to Edwards Air Force Base in the Mojave Desert of Southern California, which offered uncongested skies, usually superb flying weather, and lower risk that a crash would threaten people or buildings. The TPS was created to formalise and standardise test pilot training, reduce the high accident rate during the 1940s, and increase the number of productive test flights. In response to the increasing complexity of aircraft and their electronics flight systems, the school added training programs for flight test engineers and test navigators. Between 1962 and 1972, the Test Pilot School included astronaut training for armed forces test pilots, but these classes were dropped when the US Air Force crewed spaceflight program was suspended. Class sizes have been uniformly quite small, with recent classes having about 20 students. The school is a component of the 412th Test Wing of the of the Air Force Materiel Command. Very interesting indeed. Now, Air Force speciality codes listed for engineers included 13XX. That meant you were operations for space, missile, command and control. So there was a lot of secrecy around this, and they even operated an exchange program. From time to time, students are selected to attend different test piloting schools in exchange between different cultures. Toward this end, students can be sent to the Naval Test Pilot School at Naval Air Station, Maryland. Is it Patuxent River? Also, the US Air Force Test Pilot School has an exchange program with the Empire Test Pilot School in England. And also the École du Personnel Navigant in France. Now, so as all this kind of, started to evolve, especially when it came to space flight, I mean, this is where you're talking about, right, we need to be able to prepare astronauts here. We need to make an astronaut. What's required? At the time, they didn't have a whole lot of, or just Pax River, we'll do that. Pax River. When they were trying to train them, well, they needed to get an idea of what's required. Their physical capabilities, but also their physical strengths and weaknesses, and you had to work it out. They were far more than just pilots. These guys had to be heavily educated. And to put a bit of a sway in it, the US Air Force TPS commandants, the commanders of this wing over time, I'll give you some names. Chuck Yeager was there, Gene Dietrich, Buzz Aldrin, and Jim Doolittle III, to name but a few. Notable alumni would be John Engel, Gus Grissom, Pete Knight, and also Mike Lowe. Fascinating stuff. And all of that is where we are, where we just took off from, which is back at Edwards. Now, while ARPS trained pilots for space, well, what about the equipment? That's where the X-15 Hypersonic Research Program provided the practical experience of flying at the edge of space. Between 1959 and 1968, X-15s were air-launched from B-52 bombers at around 45,000 feet. They accelerated past Mach 6.7 to altitudes of 354,000 feet. Pilots used reaction control thrusters to maintain altitude when the air was too thin for aerodynamic control. The program generated data on hypersonic aerodynamics, reusable superalloy structures, and also pilot physiology. Nearly 800 technical reports were produced. The X-15 flights were punishing. Heart rate spiked from 145 to 185 beats per minute during rocket burns and re-entries, illustrating the stress astronauts would have to face in space. Well, lessons from the X-15 fed directly into Mercury, Gemini and Apollo altitude and attitude control systems. They even designed or influenced the design of future reusable spacecraft. Right? B. Carlo, good to see you, buddy. So I have an article here from NASA themselves. We'll have a quick look, right? So the X-15 Hypersonic Research Program was a collaborative effort between NASA, the US Air Force, the Navy, and North American aviation. And this is what we kind of learned, or, we did a lot of learning on this last week, because we learned that where the Americans were quite open about the space program and NASA and all of these things, the Soviets, it was very much closed. They didn't let anyone in the public know unless, they flew, and it was a success, right? So, it spanned nearly a decade, setting the world's unofficial speed and altitude records. 4,520 miles per hour, that's Mach 6.7, and 354,000 feet. The program investigated all aspects of piloted hypersonic flight. Absolutely incredible. So, and the data they got, of course, went to Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, and even the space shuttle. So, the X-15 launches away from a B-25 or B-52 mothership. 3 rocket-powered X-15 aircraft were manufactured by North American Aviation. The first unpowered glide flight was conducted by Scott Crossfield, a North American test pilot and former National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, NACA. He did this on the 8th of June 1959. William H. Dana of NASA piloted the final flight in October 1968. All flights occurred within the High Range. It's a region primarily located east of Edwards Air Force Base and NASA's Flight Research Center, later named NASA Dryden Flight Research Center. Flyboy, good to see you. In total, 12 pilots participated in the program, 5 from NASA, 5 from the Air Force and 1 from the Navy, and 1 from North American Aviation. Pilots generally flew one of 2 flight profiles. It was either going to be speed, which maintained a level altitude until descent, and a high altitude profile, which required a steep climb to altitude before descending. Due to the large fuel consumption of its rocket engine, the X-15 was air-launched from a B-52 at an altitude of about 45,000 feet. The rocket engine provided thrust for 80 to 120 seconds, after which the aircraft glided back to the landing site, usually at around 200 miles an hour. The X-15 lacked steering in its nose landing wheel, and its main landing gear had skids, so all landings were made on dry lake beds. Rogers Dry Lake, adjacent to Edwards, was the primary landing site, though emergency landing locations were also pre-designated. Isn't that mad? It followed earlier X-planes, which explored flight regimes up to Mach 3.2 back in 1952. That's friggin' nuts. The X-15 was designed as a single-seat, mid-wing monoplane to study high aerodynamic heating rates, stability and control. And the engine, the XLR, capable of producing 57,000 pounds of thrust. Jesus. That's mad, isn't it? So that's where they started getting the information of seeing what they could do, right? G Slayer, good to see you, buddy. Which is... that's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Now, how are we looking here? We have a top of drop coming up soon. So, I never reset my barrow. Balls. Standard. 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 230, so let's have a look now for our approach. We need to be down at between 13 and 16, so we'll drop this guy down to about 14 and then we'll plan. Flyer 10 had a CTD. I don't believe you. Jesus. Abdullah's here, good evening. Hope you're well. G-Star, hope you're well, buddy. So we have the pilot selection and the type of training that these lads had to do. Then, of course, we have the equipment, the X-15 being front row centre, learning, the ability for pilots and astronauts to learn, well, what happens at this sort of velocity and altitude. But we had a lot more going on in the Nevada desert. In particular, spacecraft could return to Earth almost anywhere, so early astronauts had to learn how to survive in remote environments. In July 1960, the Mercury 7 spent 5.5 days at the Air Training Command Survival School at Steed Air Force Base near Reno in Nevada. They underwent 1.5 days of classroom instruction, 1 day of field demonstrations, and then 3 days in the desert, practicing with the same survival kit carried aboard Mercury capsules. Training included building shelters from parachute material, finding water and signalling for rescue in scorching heat. The desert landscape, similar to the route from Edwards to Vegas, well, it provided a realistic backdrop for the flight sim segment and underlines the improvisational skills that astronauts needed in case of an off-course landing. And that's something I suppose we need to think of. I mean, the first thing you'd say is, well, what happens if we have to, ditch or land in water? Well, that's one thing, right? But what happens... we need to descend there, Murphy. Let me see. How do we do this? VNav. Down to 14,000, bring the speed down with it. Words are hard, Scott. Words are hard. If, they would have planned, well, what if we land in the water, or what if we have to land in the friggin' desert? So we got a photo here from Frank Borman, Neil Armstrong, John Young and Deke Slayton participating during the desert survival training. And you can see, this would have been all relatively new to them. aviation monks, right? This would have been very new to them. I mean, most of them had a military background, but like still, this is like advanced survival training in the desert, right? What may have been a storied blueprint for the first man to walk on the moon 50 years ago was preceded 5 years before the historic landing. When Neil Armstrong and his Apollo 11 crew of Buzz Aldrin and Mike Collins left their footprints in Nevada in the state's Churchill County. The three space pioneers, along with 11 other astronauts, spent a week in northern Nevada in 1964 when they flew for the former Stead Air Force Base north of Reno to undergo this training. Possibly of an arid area landing was remote but did exist, stated a NASA Space Task Group in a Project Mercury status report for the period ending in July 1960. So this training was accomplished to supply the astronauts with the confidence and ability to survive desert conditions until recovering. The astronauts spent 2 days with these instructors, then 3 days and nights in the desert near Reno. Master Sergeant Ed Pulver Marker was the lead man for the field instructors who worked with NASA in the desert. Academic and field instructors not only taught the NASA astronauts, but evaluated the survival equipment provided in the capsule. Again, think about it like this. This was all uncharted territory. Not only did they figure out to say, this is the gear that you need, or is it, but also this is how you're going to survive. Kind of cool. I mean, Earth... they just didn't have the same... Earth was a different size back then, and I don't mean that messing. Like, you look at it today where we have GPS, we have global communications, we've all these things. Earth has gone pretty small now. We've made it smaller. Back then, I mean, you know, you land out in a desert somewhere, hundreds of miles, like, they would lose signal, which is somewhere in the atmosphere. They might get an idea where you might go, but they'd have no idea. Jesus! Ah, lads, look at the business going on. Look at all the jets! That's incredible. Angry Bee, Tarnish, Alpha, Blairman, Febro. That's awesome. Olivia, welcome in. Brakes off, chocks off, stuck to the spot like glue. Uh-oh. What are you flying in? That is very cool. Right, we need to bring some speed. We're coming in under 18,000 feet. Bring our speed down a little bit. We are descending. Let me see here now. We do need to type in or pop in some ILS frequencies. So our flight, we're going for an ILS approach. 26 left. It's going to be 111.5. ILS is going to be 1115. And this is going to be 1115. And our final course is going to be 259er. Okay, ILS is dialed in. And we're on our way down to 14,000. We want to be dropping below that, so it's going to be down 13, 11, and 9. 9 goes in. And we continue on our VNAV profile, watching our speed as we go down. 111.5. Cheers, it. 737-8. Make sure your chocks are off. Yeah, double check the chocks. And let's see what happens. Whoa, Commodore 64. Beautiful look. I mean, can we just for a second? Oh, heck yeah. That's absolutely incredible. I'm very into using the HUD on this plane. Ooh. Yeah, the HUD is quite good in this. I have it off for this one, but yeah, you can use it. So Not only was that kind of survival training, then they had to do the centrifuge and high G training. Now this is interesting. To prepare for the punishing G forces of launch and re-entry, astronauts trained at the giant centrifuge at the Naval Air Development Center in Johnsville, Pennsylvania. The centrifuge could produce up to 16 G, with Mercury and Gemini astronauts enduring 5-minute runs at gradually increasing G loads. They practiced maintaining consciousness and controlling the spacecraft while blood drained from their heads, mastering eyeballs in, which is the acceleration pushed blood into the head, and eyeballs out loads. John Glenn later recalled that holding consciousness at 16G required tremendous physical strength and specialised breathing techniques. The centrifuge could simulate entry mission profiles, including launch, stage separation, and re-entry. This training continued through Apollo and remains vital all the way up to today, with modern centrifuge using actual cockpit data to replicate launch profiles. Now, if you've ever seen these things before, these things, I never want to meet one of these in my life ever at all, right? I just don't ever want to be on one of those. But have a look. Do you ever see these? They spin around, you're in it, and they go, right? And you just see their faces go all kind of, they've had a couple of too many pints, you know? E-ticket ride, yeah. Right, cheers to that, buddy. Either that or eat fish. I'd eat fish quicker than going on this yoke. Do you know? So, G-force testing, right? There's a centrifuge, that's the Yuri Gagarin Cosmonaut Training Center. That's their version of it. 611's getting given out to. Human centrifuges, exceptionally large centrifuges that test the reactions and tolerance of pilots. A G-suit is worn by aviators and astronauts who are subject to high levels of acceleration, hence increasing positive G. It's designed to prevent a blackout and also G-lock due to the blood pooling in the lower part of the body when under high G. Isn't that mad, isn't it? They give it a say, shut up you. Brilliant. So could you imagine having to do all that training as well? Could you, like, right, the survival training, I mean, that's going to be tough, but that G training, and there's videos on that, you can see it, they still do it to this day, you know. It's wild to think that's kind of the workload. What are you doing today? I have to test this out for a few days. Really? Then, I mean, that's not all, lads. From the desert to going in the G machine, then they had to test weightlessness. How does one operate in a zero gravity environment? And this is where we have the Vomit Comet. Before experiencing real microgravity, astronauts learn to operate in zero G aboard parabolic aircraft nicknamed Vomit Comet. Now, they also did some early work underwater as well. That kind of simulated what the gravity would have been sort of like on the moon. You saw a lot of them testing underwater. But the Vomit Comet, beginning in 1957, the US Air Force used C-131 transports, then they later used the KC-135s, to train Mercury and Apollo crews. During each parabola, the aircraft climbed steeply, then pushed over into a free fall, creating 20 to 25 seconds of weightlessness. A typical flight included 10 to 15 parabolas, giving astronauts hundreds of seconds of microgravity experience. The training taught them how to maneuver, handle tools, and conduct experiments in weightlessness, and revealed that motion sickness could be a challenge, hence the aircraft's nickname. NASA took over the program in the 1970s. One KC-135 performed more than 58,000 of these maneuvers before retiring. Today, NASA continues this flight training using modified 727s and partners such as Zero G Corporation, which also simulate lunar and Martian gravity. What am I saying? Parabola? 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 How do you pronounce it? Ah, Jesus. Surely you jest. Vomit Comet, yeah, that's the one. Parabola. Parabola. Listen, you know what I'm talking about. They do that maneuver. You know. That maneuver. Right, anyway. Jesus, we're getting starters here. Altitude 10,000. Light him up. Harry Reid. This is Janet Airlines 235. We're on approach for the ILS runway 26 left. Full stop landing. Harry Reid. I forgot what I was going to say there.
Kiss out.
You'll get yourself a bad rating. It'd be very nice. So that's how to do the manoeuvre, look. Pretty much like all of my flights on Flight Sim. Climb like a devil, nosedive like a devil.
235, you have not been cleared into the Bravo airspace. Exit the Bravo immediately. Once clear, advise when ready to copy phone number for possible pilot deviations.
She needs to be told to wish. Oh, Jesus. It'd be fine. Don't you worry about it at all. Now, how do we... Have I a disco here? Oh, we're okay. Right, we're at 9,000. Need to get down to 5 after that. She does not know who she's giving out to. Yeah. Get out of the Bravo. It's grand. We're undercover. Oh, look at this. Sure, look. Look at all the other lads with us. I mean, doesn't it look terribly fancy altogether, lads? I don't see any Bravo airspaces around here. Does she not know who she's giving out to? Yeah, yeah. Give her a lanyard, quick.
Don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Jesus.
The Maverick Mike, thank you very much for the Bob Ross. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Terribly funny. Mr. TPHI, thank you very much indeed for... Jesus, 23 months, Mrs. Thank you very, very much indeed. Now. Easy now. Jeez, of buttons everywhere. Yeah, I need one of those, and we need one of these. Right. What's going to happen here?
Dude, have you been drinking? I have, Ted.
Being a Janet, you have clearance to enter some of the world's most restricted. I'm telling you. Right, speed's coming down. Let's have a look. Oh, this is looking terribly good. This is looking deadly. Now, how do we... Oh, she'll just turn us. Alright, altitude coming down. 3832.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Who was that? Zybok!
Firefly 6-1 fully established. ILS runway 23 left.
Look at you being fully established.
Wrong runway though. Runway 26 left.
No! Nothing worse! How does it make you feel, caller? Right, what? Are we going to turn on this? I imagine we will. Oh, no, it's looking for the vector. Balls! We need vectors, Victor. Wait, Victor's vector? Where's Huxar? I need to get to Huxar. Right, we're going to go heading mode. Heading? Where are you? Heading. Heading select. Oh, select. How's the DC-6 and 24? It's not officially up there yet.
Approaching runway 9. Caution, caution.
It's what?
It's parabola, you big idiot.
Parabola. Parabola, is it? Parabella. Parabola. No! I've been called an idiot by my own mads. Oh, Jesus. Don't worry, Mrs. TPHI. It was Muse fan basically telling me I'm an absolute catastrophic gobshite and I should learn how to speak English. That's all it was. Nothing to worry about here at all. Not at all. Everything's grand. I forgot to do this at the start of the friggin' stream. Right, lads. Wait now. Jesus. We'll do one of these. If you're flying along with us, if you're on the PlayStation or Xbox, press 1. If you're on the PC, it's 2. If you're flying with us using, say, Intentions, it's number 3. And for everyone else who thinks I'm a total idiot, well, sure, lads, listen, you press number 4. Hello, Fireflies. Welcome to the Flying Circus. We live stream Monday to Friday, 1900 Zulu time, right here. All right. Now, all is grand. I turned off the auto throttle. Oh, no, I didn't. Auto throttle's still grand. I lost LNAV, though, but that's quite okay, because we're going to circle back. In you go, you big Jesse. Right, speed, Murphy, speed. Easy now. We're currently at 3,800 feet. We'll ramble in. Mud Dog, you take care, buddy. We got 23 in the PC, 2 in console, 2 in... We got more than that in Group A. And seemingly about 1,000 people reckon I'm some sort of an idiot. Wait, what? Easy now, friends.
Firefly 601, exit the active 26 left without any incidents whatsoever.
Did you have a bit of an issue? Easy now. Let us go approach mode. Easy now, Jemima. Right, lights be on. Auto brake 2. Speed 180. Flaps. Hoover Dam. Do Gibbo, share with the group now as a good man. Tell us what happened, and more importantly, how did it make you feel? This is very pretty. Look at this. Lads, I gotta say, with high fidelity model matching in an airliner, in multiplayer, brings a tear to my eye. Easy now. Yes. Flaps 2. Rollin', rollin', rollin'. Many miles from landing. We'd be grand. Right wing acted as an extra speed brake. Uh-oh. I think I followed the wrong group. Oh no! Jake Mitchell, good to see you. We're very far out. We're far out, man. Ah, Las Vegas. I want to go back. It was great fun. Absolutely brilliant. Aerodynamic braking. Yeah. Just thinking outside the box. 100%. We need to be a little bit higher than this, but sure, listen. We're descending kind of gently here. Huh. We're alright. We're not too low. I mean, we're low, but we're not too low. You know what I mean? Easy now. We're alright. We're just giving the people on the ground something interesting to look at. Jesus! That isn't... Look at the wind! We're coming in sideways with a 24 knot headwind. Or crosswind, look. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Flaps 5. I discovered the concept of the lazy river in Las Vegas, back at the MGM Hotel. Yeah, Huxley should be at 5,000. It's totally fine. It's fine. Scenery is loading in. Missed approach procedure. Pretend you had an internet blackout. And Harry Reid, Janet 235, fully established on the localizer, landing on runway 26 left. Harry Reid. Well, we're not really fully established. I'm below the glide slope, but it's grand. Casual go around. Yes, yes. Alright. Flaps 10 and gear. Oh, heck yeah! Let's see what happens, sports fans. 1-9er left was a headwind landing. Interesting. Alright, watch your diamond come in. That's the glide. We want this little ticket to come down to this little ticket. And then all the other little tickets, they'll just be delighted with life. Come on now. Get the tin to doing the thing. Oh, Jesus, who's that? Rex, you devil. I do have live weather, yes. Live weather's on. This is absolutely gorgeous scenery, look. Isn't that something? F-14 outside our window. This is looking good. Easy now, Jemima. Larry's here, good to see you. We all know where flying airliners always goes badly. What are you talking about? Everything's superb here, man. It's gorgeous. Nothing to worry about at all. 25 mile an hour crosswind would be grand. It'll be a hard landing. Wait, what? Flights for October are only 520 quid. I'm very tempted. To Vegas? Oh, jeez, look at this. For Vegas, Adam. Who's that flying with? Jesus. 520 quid to Vegas. And you're only back from there a few weeks. Did you have a good time? You want to go back? You either want to go back to collect that thing you lost, or you did so well you want to go back and do it again. Easy now. We're about to be fully established. Come on, glide slope. Get in there now, you devil. Yes. We're in. We're in. Right, we can't let the plane have all the fun. Autopilot. Disengage. Pitched. Pitched. And Harry Reid, Janet 235, 4 mile final, runway 26 left, full stop. Harry Reid. Alright.
I just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
Thanks very much. Brilliant. Easy now. Easy now. Oh, it's kind of bumpy and windy, look. I hope the vote to return to Vegas. That'd be cool. No, shag off. There's no refunds. Oh, Jesus, go handy.
1,000.
It's very windy up here. Wendy, I can fly. Right, full flap set. We're sinking like a devil. Get over there to the left a bit, will you? Ah.
Approaching runway 26 left. Caution, caution.
I know it's a caution. I nearly stalled. Easy. Oh, Jesus. Easy now. The pappy are unhappy. Get her back on the glide there, Murph. Come on, there you go.
Jesus.
Easy now, lads. We're all in this together. There's nothing to see here. Oh, look at the lovely skyline. There's nothing to see here. Too shagging high now. Get her down. What? Oh, Jesus. Watch the trees.
Dude, have you been drinking? I have, Ted. I've been drinking like a mad idiot.
Easy now. We're very high. Easy. Oh, Jesus. Easy now.
Ah! Brace! Brace!
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Loud noises! Oh, Jesus. Easy.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Get her down. Floaty, Mac. Floaty face. We'll take it. Stay on the runway. Jesus! Reversers. Yes! Hear the roars, man. When we make this exit, Asher's a high speed. It is now. There's a Harrier in my way. I need to cross the other runway. And Janet 235 is clear of 26 left, crossing 26 right to the terminal. Harry Reid. Is there anyone coming? Flaps in. There's a reason why you decrab, Murph. I tried to decrab. Decrab.
Left.
Mr. Alaska, that's built into flow. Built into flow. AP Hooage. And Harry Reid, Janet 235, taxiing over to an undisclosed location of the airport. Harry Reid. We're not telling you where we're going. AP on. You're seasick.
That's so they can inspect the damage.
Oh, Jesus. It's so they can give me a handshake. They were so impressed by my landing. Nice Jag. There are nice Jags about. 12.5 gigs of RAM and nearly most of your VRAM. Uh-oh. That was quite the nice flight, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't it? So our second leg is going to take us up to Area 51. I mean, can you imagine it? We have a long old taxi here, lads. Jesus. Thank you, Chris Van Halen. Yes. The looks there is a bit lost. Should be grand. Jesus, Rex. Easy now. I'm trying to find the Janet terminal. I need to cross 2 more runways, lads. You want the moon? I'll bring it to you. If you get around with the Luxor, you can get a great view of the Janet terminal. You actually can. You actually can. Alright, continue taxi. We're going to be crossing the 19ers. And Harry Reid, Janet 235, crossing the 19s on our way to the terminal. Harry. Harry! Where are you going? I'm going to where the Janet airplanes park. That's where they go. Because we're super real and, you know, realistically accurate, you know. That's what we do.
Approaching runway 19 left.
Yes, you can. Hang on. You can't. What did the cat get you? And she got you. Hang on. Oh Jesus!
Approaching
The cat did that to you.
19
Jesus, lads, there's been a catastrophe in the Murph. That's a fair lick of taxi speed. Grand. Totally fine. 9.4 out of 10. Lagging like a mad joke. Really? Time to declaw the cat? Not at all.
Approaching runway.
Why don't you come over and try and do it?
Right.
There's been an update for Great Britain on Orbex. Ooh. Did you hear the tyre scrub? Easy now, See, we're doing things super seriously. Ended up with 7 cats. What? 7 cats? Easy. Looking good. There's no Metroliner, is it? No, that's like a B1900 actually. Or is it a Metro? I don't know what the hell that is. Keep her moving. Do you know, I'm not impressed. I need to fix my camera. I fixed my camera. Easy now. Living next door to Janet. Huh? Easy now, Murph. Easy. Ah, sure, would you look at the state of that? Sounds like a catastrophe. Very good. Alright. Park brake. Set. Park brake set. Ground crew, can we have the Jeep? We'll keep it on APU, I suppose. Because this is just a very quick turnaround. APU is on. APU bleed coming up. APU gens. And engines off. The engines are coming off, and we're now going to reset up the aircraft for our next flight. He's singing again. What's he singing? Janet, who the hell is Janet? Yeah, what? Jesus Rex! Right. Who the is Janet? Yeah. Living next door to Janet. Right, anyway, that was interesting. Next flight, friends, as we prepare for some... we're going to a place now, you know. We can't tell people about it. And there's a good chance Simbrief won't like this, but sure, we'll give it a shot. New flight, please. We are 235, departing out of KLA. Yeah, where are we going to? KXTA. And we're in a 736. I wonder will this be able to find it? What? It does! It found it. And look at this. It's sending us on a mad routing so no one knows where we're going. We're going to head off into the northwest and then abruptly go hard northeast and then go back to the northwest. It's brilliant. This is how we do things. Right. We're on the Lola. Lola. It's 3 and then we're going to this McKee. Generate the flight. This is absolutely brilliant. We're going to be laughing. Now, put you over there and import the flight in Simply or into Navigraph and the aircraft. My balls, look. That's why my cameras aren't working. I'm after breaking it. We're going to have a CTD. I've now lost... Oh no, we're alive! We're alive! Right, number 4. Balls. Now, number 4. And we need to do one of these maneuvers. Lower. And Leo Noisley. Electronic flight bag. Request new data. Here we go, lads. Here we go. Let's see what happens. In it. Menu. FMC. Index. Ardent. Position. Kilo, Lima, Alpha, Sierra. Gate, I'm not telling you. Me route. Flight plan request. Ping pong. Flight plan request. Sim brief. Yes. Set the payload. Set the fuel. Select the route. Yes, friends. This is all happening now. This is what we're going to do. We're away now to fly over there. Looking good. Looking good. And looking good. Excellent choice. Right, so we're grand. Route uplink ready. That's what I like to hear. Homey airport. Yeah. Alright. Route uplink loading. I suppose we better get our passengers loaded. Ground operations. Stairs. Stairs. Set the chocks. Air stair. Right now. Wheel chocks, ground power, PAX entry. Doors? Now, can we not use... Do we not have the little doors gadget, no? What are you talking about, Murphy? Do you know what I mean? The little gadget? Our own stairs. Do we not have that? I thought we had that. We'll bring over the maintenance van as well. But it's not really a maintenance van. It's an undercover van. You know, it just says maintenance. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, this is class looking. Yeah, PMDG. Aircraft maintenance. Yeah, right. Really? It's a stakeout. Alright, FMC reset. Activate the route. And let's have a look. So we're going to go in. Flight plan is in. We're going to go to departure and arrival. We are departing today on the Lola 3 off 26 right. 26 right. Lola 3. Execute. And go back to the route page and we'll put in our arrival. Let me see. We're going to go for an ILS on runway 32. Smckey transition. Execute. Excellent stuff. Right, we now go to our performance page. On over yonder. Performance tool. Company called Amentum run the Janet flights. Oh, do they? Oh, they're in the... Ah, yes, the air stairs, they're in the FMC. Gotcha, okay. Right, let's try this again. Import flight plan. Import from aircraft. Import to Vedder. Runway 23 right. There we go. Calculate. 125, 127, 128. We have 4.1 on board. Reserves 1 for the crack. Cost index on this one, lads, is going to be 1.3. Flight level is going to be 1.9. Flight level 190. Average winds are going to be 220 at 30, 220 at 30. Execute. N1 limit, no D-rate. Flaps once again 5. Center gravity is going to be 24. Trim 4.89. And V speeds, in you go. Let's go and have a legs page. Any discos? Yes. Between Lola and then Jason. So we're going to say Jason. Jason. In you go. Lure. Alright, we're looking good. We're looking good. Lucky Spirit didn't run Janet, right? TriStar still runs terrible. See, it's really... They just did an update on that, didn't they? So yes, that was the Vomit Comet, and we learned how to pronounce that word, you know.
It's parabola, you big idiot.
So, that needs to be saved. I just think it's brilliant. What was it again, Muse?
It's parabola, you big idiot.
That's fantastic. Is that coming through? You can hear it. I'm sure you can hear that, can't you?
It's parabola, you big idiot.
Yeah, you can hear it. That's got to be saved now as like some sort of a voice thingy. That's brilliant. But anyway, that was the Vomit Comet, right? So next up, it's going to be the Astronaut Candidate Boot Camp. And this is all pushed down into Houston because it was at the Johnson Space Center. So we're letting our passengers load here as I read this out to you, and then we'll blast off, right? So selection into NASA's Astronaut Corps is extremely competitive, as you could have imagined. Candidates must be US citizens with degrees in science, engineering or medicine, and also excellent flight or professional experience. Once selected, they undergo roughly 2 years of intense training at Johnson Space Center. The curriculum covers spacecraft and space station systems, and earth sciences, meteorology, orbital mechanics, and engineering. Janie Mac, Homewrecker, you absolute mad devil, 5 gifted tier 1 subs to the community. Thank you very, very much indeed. Lads, if you just got a tier 1 sub, thanks to Homewrecker, do be sure to say thank you. There's a videopoker.com over there, look. Homewrecker, thank you very, very much indeed. You're very kind, sir. So, survival skills are emphasised early. Candidates must be able to swim 3 lengths of a 25-metre pool, then repeat it in a flight suit and tread water for 10 minutes. They also experience high and low pressure chambers, and they also do their Vomit Comet, which provides 20 seconds of microgravity repeated up to 40 times. Flight proficiency is maintained using the T-38 jets, and pilot astronaut logs about 15 hours per month, while mission specialists must log at least 4. Later on, for the shuttle missions, pilots trained on modified Gulfstream jets and practiced more than 1,000 approaches to replicate the orbiter's steep glide path. Simulators at the Jake Garn training facility and also the space vehicle mock-up facility allow crews to rehearse launch, rendezvous and station operations, often accumulating hundreds of hours. For extra vehicular activity, or EVA, astronauts spend about 10 hours underwater at the Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory for every planned hour of spacewalk. 10 hours underwater for every 1 hour of spacewalk. The combination of classroom instruction, physical training, flight time and simulation prepares candidates for the complexities of spaceflight. And this is where it gets absolutely nuts. The Apollo program prepared NASA astronauts for crewed spaceflight and lunar surface operations during the Apollo program. The program encompassed geology, fieldwork, spacecraft and landing simulation, survival training for contingency landings, water egress drills, and rehearsal for the extravehicular activity. As Apollo missions grew in scope, from the brief surface stay of Apollo 11 to the extended traverses of Apollo 17, training methods evolved to match increasingly ambitious scientific objectives. And this is towards, of course, the latter part, where you had the Mercury, then you had Gemini, and then you had Apollo, with each part of this entire series of operations linking into the next training program, where you had the Mercury 7, then you had the Gemini pilots, and then Apollo. Fascinating stuff, absolutely fascinating stuff. So once we get airborne, we're going to talk a little bit about Janet, and we'll see where we go from there, right? Are we all okay so far? Apollo 13 actors did that twice for the movie. Yeah. I visited the Johnson Space Center in Houston in real life. Yeah, same here, Kieran. It was amazing. They also blew a lot of bubbles. Yeah. Right. Let's see what happens here now. Okay, so we are ready to rock. We shall get the... What am I doing? Ground operations. Lovely. We are going to release and release. Close the door. Ground connections. Chocks away. And next up is going to be a startup of this machine. We're currently on our APU. We're going to start her up and then we're going to taxi out and blast off runway 26. Right. That is the plan. That is what we want to do. That is what do. Now, balls. Unload that. Re-import. Import from SimBrief. And our second flight is ready to rock. Pretty mad, right? We're looking good here, there, and everywhere. Brakes are on. And let's go have a quick look. We're going to get our packs off. 19,000 feet. And I've no aircraft data of where we're going. Well, now, isn't that great? KXTA. No information about it whatsoever. Its elevation is 4494 feet. Longest runway is huge. 14,000 the Janets fly at. Do they? It's at 19 here. Driver 738. Good to see you, buddy. It's in the desert somewhere. Should be grand. Right, engine 2, spooling. We have soundage. Wait till hearing the fuel goes in. I pressed that button. It's okay, lads. That sounds like a good engine start. Dux is here, good to see it. This is our second flight, Dux. Alright, engine 2 is up. Generator on. Starting engine 1. We have spoolage. Oh, heck yeah. I mean, this sounds great. We have spinach. Alright. Okay, good start on both. Let's get that generator turned on. APU coming off. Lead coming off. And get our packs back on. Looking good. Taxi lights coming on. And everything else here is looking good. Okay, flaps need to be set for 5. So now. Okay, so we need to get ourselves over to 26 right. So a bit of a taxi, but we'll be alright. Harry Reid, Janet 235. We are taxiing from our terminal over to runway 23 right. Harry Reid. Yeah, I could happily take off with one flap. I'd well believe it. FMC reset. Verify your speeds. Clear. Init. Grand. Alright, off the brakes. Brakes off. And taxi forward. Alright. Doesn't it look deadly? Now, do you know what I need to do, actually? I need to update WingLink. Join a group. Right, now, how do we update this? No. Leave the flight. create a group. Let us see. Export 24. Load a flight plan. Ah, balls. The group is already in use. How do we fix this, lads? Daddy Plump at the CTD? I don't believe you. Restart it. Code already in use. I can join a group, but I can't change the flight path. See what I mean? There's a question we need to bring to Kazooie. Anyway, we'll jump across. And Harry Reid, Janet 235, crossing the 19s, taxiing up to 23 right for departure. Interesting.
Approaching runway 19 right.
Is it because you joined, you're no longer the leader? Yeah. Oh, you think so, Muse? I think so. It says Murphy connected as group leader. Yeah. No, I'll talk to Kazooie on it. I'm sure there's a way we can reset it. Friend request.
Approaching
Easy.
Runway 19 left.
All right, we're clear of the runways, and now Muse is the leader. Be grand. We're all counting on you, Muse.
Runway 19 left.
Easy now. All right, we'll skirt along this way. Look at this. Beautiful. This is class, isn't it? The 737, I'm telling you, it's really nice flying this. We still have a few bugs in the sim. I mean, sure, there's a few, but I think they've done great work. They still didn't fix the button to have headphone simulation on or off. There's a huge building on the taxiway near 26 right. Uh-oh. So this is the Flight Tampa scenery. They've updated this twice, I think. It's very good now. Keep going. We're going to ramble to the left on... Is it Golf or... Can we get on Charlie? Or even Bravo? Bravo is what I want. 15 left recommended a homie. Ah. Yeah, like I think... So with the latest NVIDIA drivers, some people were having like catastrophic issues with the sim. Other people, not too bad. But don't forget, if you do use the DLSS swapper, I'm using the most up-to-date one, 10 or 6.10.3 or something, or 6.10. It's been quite good. It's been quite good. Do you know? Right, Charlie, no. Bravo's what I want. Let's see what happens. Two 6 right. We're parallel to that now. Easy left. Oh, nice, lads. This is nice. The default Harry Reid. Yeah, no, the Flight Tampa one is good. Hey, Cornwolf, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard, man. Happy Monday. Kieran, you're getting the wing flex overhead panel? Nice, man. That's going to be... I need to figure out how to mount them. They need a VESA mount. That's my only head scratch at the moment. 310.6. Thank you, Mr. TPHI. Flight Tampa one is miles ahead of the default. Yeah. The impossible phase. Could be, buddy. Could be. Oh, I guess performing well here. I see what you mean now with the lips, look. Yes. Alright, continue our taxi. Last time I was at Homey, I couldn't find the shuttle. Is there such a thing, Rick? Sam's seen modern cities. They can pack a bit of a punch for sure. There was a few years ago. Oh, nice. Man, this is so cool. Look at the jets we got here. There's Travis, Storm, Manx is over there. We got a ton of jets with us, man. This is awesome. And we have our airliners too. This is brilliant, lads. I'm liking this. This is fun. Not our usual forte with the airliners in a group flight, so it's fun. You think it's the traffic settings? All right. Remember, lads, once you get to the runway, do be sure to belt on, because you'll be just holding up some folks behind you. I DM me on Discord about my mount for the overhead panel. Yeah, but was that a VESA one, Kieran? Do you know the way they have this? They've 4 holes in the back of it, and it needs this special TV mount. It's called VESA or VESA, or VESA. You know, Scott, you gonna see it? Gonna need that auto throttle if you're after Toga. Yes. Hazy Blue Line says, Murph, if I was to buy the 737 from PMDG, which variant would I get? Me and Gibbo are both fairly convinced the 737-600 is the most value, the best value. Same tension set to 10 on both sides. Yeah, Jesus, if you're using same tensions traffic injection with multiplayer, 10 is mad, the impossible phase. Drop to like 5. Oh, it is a VESA mount. Okay. Yeah, I'll go back and have a gawk here on. There's a mad Guido taxiing off. Get up the hill, Adam. Yup. Yup. Yup, you devil with no nose gear. Come on, you devil. Yes. He's boldly going. We're all going in a minute. The 800 has both the passenger and the freighter. Also, you get 2 planes for the price. Is there no freighter version of the 7.6, no? Or the 736? Oh, no, that's right. Plus the BBJ, yes. Yeah, 736 is the cheapest. 738 for the amount of flights you can do in it. Yeah. Okay, fair. That's fair. But if you're not really bothered about, like, the BBJ or the freighter, it's the same airplane, technically. You know. Alright, continue on. This is deadly, lads. We've loads of people flying with us tonight. Fibro! Jesus. Devil fly. There goes Lucky Bo. Let us see. Isn't the BBJ a 700 with 800 wings? I think so. 7 and 800 have cargo and BBJ. What does the 900 have? Nothing but passenger? 900 is just a long boy. Yeah. Just the 900 and the extended range. Ah, okay. Do you know, I never got the 900. Never kind of needed it. Auxiliary tanks. Oh, she has auxiliary tanks as well. Ah. Fattest game you have and you love it? Alright, easy now. Harry Reid, Janet 235, holding short runway 23 right, in sequence. Harry. Alright, wait for a few aircraft to clear. Let's get ourselves set up here for departure. Squawk is doing squawk things, flaps are set. Quick checking our flight controls. Full forward, full back, full left, full right. Spoilers. Quarter right, quarter left, center. Flight controls are free and correct. Yeah, that'll do it, Easy Blue Line. Yeah. What did I say? Balls, 26 right. 26 right. It's grand. The only reason you got the 900 was for Delta Ops. Ooh. Easy Blue Line says, I was just looking for the best bang for your buck. Yeah, that'll do it, buddy. That'll do it. Edit, thank you very much. Okay, we sit tight. So many planes. Oh, Jesus. Olsen. Mr. Dan. Jesus, lads, could you get any closer? Who was that mad tip that went ahead? Oh, it was Mr. TPHI, look. Jesus. Who are we waiting on, lads? Don't all move together. Oh, it's Ryan. Yeah, up the yard. Mush. I basically now use X-Plane Zebo level up for all things Boeing. And Microsoft for Airbus. Interesting. Here goes Ryan. Jersey Devil is hooching forward. The speed of Angels 1.5. Big Alice here, good to see you, bud. Elric in a B2 look. Jesus. That's appropriate. That's where we're going. No, that high detailed update, I'm very impressed from PMDG. It's very, very good. Very good. Have you ever tried the Fearless Boeings? Yeah, Fearless is really good. Real good. SR-21 awaiting takeoff, leaking fuel like a mad joe. And not only fuel, I'd say oil. Used to leak like a sieve, didn't they? Easy now. There's Uniform Goose. There's Storm. Harry Reid. Janet 235 taking off runway 26 right. Harry. Do. Mainly fuel straight out of the wing tanks. They didn't seal until moving very fast. Ooh. Don Maldi, yeah, no Jesus. Yeah, I think you could actually, yeah, I think you could. Alright. Easy now. This is going to be a fairly quick departure. LNAV armed, not armed. No, she doesn't want to play. Alright. We'll go 215. We'll go heading. I doesn't like LNAV. Interesting. Right. Power coming in. Engine stable. Toga. Take off power set. Speed live. Watch the wind.
80 knots.
80 knots.
V1, rotate.
Rotate. Upsy daisy. Jesus, the wind. Gear up. Those effects we're looking at, that's the try sim stuff. It's pretty cool. she's very, very windy up here. Flaps in. Easy now. Flaps all the way in. Up the hill, Murph. Looking good. 14,000 foot runway. Yeah. No, we should be alright. We should be alright. Fly Tampa. Yeah, it's great scenery for this game. Really is. Man alive, this is pretty. Look at that view, look. Ha ha, look at that view. Beautiful. And we got some Vegas in the background. I've a note promise. Stu Snape is here. Good to see you, buddy. I got a terrible fright you weren't here. But now you're here. All is well in the realm. You're most welcome in, buddy. Hope you're having a great day. Alright. We're looking a little bit better here. We're still climbing. Not particularly mad, but we're climbing. Oh, the views. Once you brought a note, that's all we care. Alright. Speed, we're going to hold at 250. Just gain a little bit of altitude first. We're coming up on, what was the altitude? 190. 190. So, secrecy and the Janet flights. That's what we were doing tonight, because we've learned about selection, we've learned about the equipment, and then all the types of training astronauts had to go through, right? So, then you had the secrecy behind it all, and that's why I went with a Janet flight tonight. Many of the technologies and aircraft tested in the Nevada desert remained highly classified. Personnel working on experimental programs at the likes of Area Fun and also the Tonopah test range do not drive themselves to these sites. Instead, they fly on a covert shuttle airline, popularly known as Janet. It's operated by the US Department of the Air Force. The airline uses unmarked Boeing 737-600s and also some turboprop Beechcraft aircraft. Flights depart from a private terminal at Las Vegas Harry Reid and head to remote airfields. To protect the secrecy of the projects and identities, passengers and even flight attendants must hold top secret security clearance. Once a Janet aircraft enters special use airspace controlled by Nellis Air Force Base, the call sign changes to seemingly random identifier and radio frequencies shift over to secure channels. Now, do we know that one, lads? So, Janet and Tonopah. Listen. From Wade's White's right. Anyway, the unofficial name of the highly classified fleet, Janet and Janet Airlines, right? It's an employee shuttle to transport military, Department of Defense, civilians, and contractor employees to Special Access Program facilities, or SAPF. The airline mainly serves the Nevada Test and Training Range, most notably Area 51, and the test range, from a private terminal at Harry Reid. Area 51, established 1955 by the Central Intelligence Agency at Groom Lake in Nevada to serve as a secure test site for the Lockheed U-2. It's a high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft developed under deep secrecy. The remote desert location allowed engineers and pilots to test the aircraft's capabilities far from public view. And to support operations at Area 51, regular flights were established to transport military and civilian personnel from McCarran International Airport. The earliest known Janet flight were operated in 1972 by defence contractor EG&G, which supported the Atomic Energy Commission in the development of nuclear weapons at the Nevada test site. Flights were initially conducted by a single Douglas DC-6, which later joined by a second aircraft in 1976. According to a former Area 51 employee, the Janet name is said to have originated from Richard Dick Sampson, the CIA officer who oversaw Area 51 from 1969 to 1971. Sampson casually assigned his wife's name Janet as the air traffic control call sign for the flights. The nickname stuck, and Janet eventually became the informal name for the entire operation. Other theories surmise that Janet is an acronym for just another non-existent terminal or Joint Air Network for Employee Transportation. The 1980s saw the expansion of the fleet with the introduction of the Boeing 737-2. It was the first generation variant of the airliner, and 3 aircraft were delivered in 1980, which allowed the 2 DC-6s to be retired in 1981. A further 737 was developed or delivered in 1983 and 3 more in 1984, one of which left the fleet in 1986. The fleet was later supplemented by Air Force T-43s, demodified for conventional transport, and as of November 2023, the Air Force is looking for a new civilian contractor to operate the Janet fleet. In a solicitation, they outline that a potential new operator would have to operate up to 190 flights a week. What? Right? Little is known about the organisation of the airline. It's presently operated for the US Air Force by infrastructure and defence contractor Amentum through the company's acquisition of Ecom's defence contracting venture. Due to its secrecy, Janet Airlines boards at the standalone terminal on the west side of Harry Reid. The flights operate with a 3-digit flight number and a WWW prefix. In the official publication of ICAO airline codes, this specific 3-letter designator is listed as being blocked. The primary airline call sign is simply Janet, though flights transition to alternate call signs called Groom call sign once transformed over to Groom Lake. That's mad. That's kind of mad. Did you know that? About old Janet? It's mad, isn't it? So, where do we go from here? So, Janet Airlines. And again, I suppose, even today, it's as important, the secrecy behind it. I remember that story, it was on, if you ever watched the TV show From the Earth to the Moon, they covered it really, really well. All, you know, the Mercury 7, all the astronauts, they were told to go to a hotel and give the following name or a name. I forget what it was, like John Wills or something. And each of these guys they go to the hotel concierge and they're like, hey, I'm John Gill, you have a room for me. I forget the name, but yeah. What did I say now? Listen, I butcher many names. But anyway, so it was all to do with secrecy. And again, like, okay, the story of the U2, but like, go back to spaceflight. America had kind of a public outward face telling people, you know, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. The reason why they had to do that, they were playing second fiddle to the Soviets. The Soviets already put the first man in space. They were miles ahead. So the Americans were playing catch up during all of this. However, when it came then to, you know, that transition point of kind of where Apollo came in, the technologies that they were using, you know, the engine, all the data for trajectory and all of this stuff, a lot of it was kept in-house. But what I find interesting is, well, the Russians had a very similar train of thought, right? They pretty much came up with the same kind of ideas, right? It's pretty nuts. So astronaut training was and remains dangerous. High G centrifuge runs produced severe physical stress, sometimes left trainees with tunnel vision or even broken blood vessels. X-15 pilot heart rates range from 145 to 185 beats per minute during rocket burns and re-entry. Desert survival courses required days of isolation in harsh environments. And beyond the physical risks, astronauts and their families faced psychological strain. During the Mercury and Apollo eras, NASA investigated the backgrounds of astronauts' wives to ensure that they fit a wholesome, all-American image. Wives often became single parents, while husbands trained. NASA installed squawk boxes in their homes so that they could at least listen to mission communications, gathering anxiety to decipher cryptic numbers, more like. Families formed close support networks to cope with the constant danger and the public scrutiny. Later, studies comparing astronaut families to military families found similar stresses, long separations, vigilance, and the ever-present risk of loss. These factors forced a very tight-knit culture among astronauts and their spouses, bound by shared experiences and an understanding that exploration comes with sacrifice. The Apollo-era astronaut training had a profound and often stressful impact on the families. When you talk about long separation and extreme pressure, well, astronauts spent vast amounts of their time away from home. They were testing simulators, they were training, leaving their wives to handle all the household responsibilities. There was a relentless focus. It did create some personal problems along the line, especially in the astronaut suburbs of Houston, with many marriages suffering high strain, leading to a high divorce rate. To cope, as mentioned, the wives formed a tight-knit community, offering mutual support, social gatherings, and managing life together while their husbands were gone. Hayden, good to see you. Or say hors d'oeuvres. Brilliant. Where are we going? We're all right. Public scrutiny and celebrity status. Families were suddenly thrust into the spotlight, media often camping on their lawns and following their daily lives. We saw this very clearly in the movie Apollo 13, right? At Jim Lovell's house with his wife. They kind of portrayed that very well. You know, the media, they were kind of losing interest in the whole NASA thing. They've already landed on the moon. Why should we care? And then there's a disaster, and should they all want to, front row and centre? I think they cover that quite well. Even the movie of Apollo 13, where it looks at, Jim Lovell, the impact not being there with his kids, everything that's going on in the world at that time. He's got 2 young daughters, a young son. I think they did it very, very well. He had another son gone off into the military academy. It was absolutely brilliant, the way they covered that. Despite the excitement, of course, families lived with the constant danger of the mission, particularly after the Apollo 1 fire. The fear prompted some astronauts to take unusual measures to secure their families' financial futures, such as signing autograph covers for insurance. For the children, having an astronaut parent felt normal despite the unusual circumstances. Many recall seeing their father on television and having to maintain a normal life. Then, of course, you had the quarantine periods. Both pre- and post-launch, quarantine periods meant that even after missions, families were separated, although they could sometimes communicate by telephone. And before the launch, literally one side of the road were the astronauts, ticker tape, the other side of the road were the families. NASA, while no formal psychological support was provided, NASA did provide a dedicated agent for each family to assist with needs during the missions. In times of crisis, like a family accident, NASA was known to provide immediate medical assistance, such as in the case of a serious injury to the son of Apollo 13 commander Jim Lovell. Despite the strain, many families recall this as the most exciting time of their lives, deeply committed to the success of the Apollo mission. And what I absolutely loved, when I was in Houston a couple of years ago at FS Expo, we took a drive out to a place called the Kima Boardwalk, and on our way there, we went through, the NASA neighborhood in Houston, where a lot of the Mercury, Gemini, all these, that's where they all lived, especially the Apollo guys. And we got to just drive around, see the houses, get an idea of where they lived, what it must have been like. And a lot of these houses, they're still the same. They're still the same as they were. So if we were to have a look, NASA neighborhood in Houston, if you were to have a look at it now, like it's pretty much exactly as it is. I've pictures here. Where's this now? So if we look at maps, we're going to be landing soon. That's our airport up there. But we'll have a look, right? NASA neighborhood. NASA neighborhood, Houston. So you're in this neck of the woods, right? Just to give you an idea. We'll drop the little man in and see if we can see, will we? And Murphy, they're all friggin' mauled. But like, there's the Lone Star. The Kima Boardwalk is out here. There's the Johnson Space Center. So all these kind of, you had all these areas here where they lived, right? All in here and here. You had a few more out here as well. Pretty much exactly as it is. Murph channeling the spirit of Murray Walker. But it's mad. Like, when we drove around there, like, they didn't change much. I'm trying to find a decent picture I can show you. Where is it now? Let's see now. That's a neighborhood in Houston. These are all... You can't drop the little man in there. Why is that? NASA neighborhood, Houston. What do you call those small snacks from France? Hors d'oeuvres. Hors-d'oeuvres. Hors-d'oeuvres. Where is this now? Deedly. Deedly. Deedly deedly dee. Let's see here now. Here we go. This sort of crack. As they are today, lads. So, Gus Grissom's house, Ed White's house, then the Mercury 7 lads. That's now a Marriott hotel. It's mad, isn't it? John Glenn. Frank Borman's house. Bill Anders' house. It was mad. Like, we were driving around, and like, it's not like kind of Hollywood as in the names are there, but a quick Google will show you, you know. Apollo 16 pilot. Like, it's mad when you see the houses that are pretty much exactly the way they were then, you know. It's kind of mad, isn't it? But that's where they were. Right, we've completely overflown. What runway were we going for? We wanted runway... Well, it was giving us 3-2. So that's okay. We're going to go heading mode now. And now we're going to do a very fancy tactical descent, right? Government housing does that. Yeah. Right, I think we might change the time of day here to make it look very dramatic. What do you reckon, lads? Oh, yeah. Right. So, area 51, speed, drop her down. Oh, jeez, the weather's worse at this time. Altitude, drop her down. That'll do. Drop her down. And we'll just have a little bit of fun with this as we start descending, shall we? Oh, heck yeah, look at this. Look at the state of this. So there's our airport down the ground. That's where we're heading for. So we're going to start descending here now in a moment. Man alive now, isn't that absolutely class looking? Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's not the right song. Where is it? Ah, Jesus. Where is it? Hang on, we have it in here somewhere. Ah, listen to the ground. There it is. I had the wrong song. So as we conclude part 2 from Earth to the Moon, Scott says, it makes me wish I could find an email address or mailing address for Colonel Jack Lusma. He's now 90 and he was on 2 missions, one on Skylab. Met him back in the 1970s. He was quite gracious. I was lucky enough to have dinner with him and his friends and talk about the space program all night. No way, Scott. Oh, man. Dude, that'd be amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing if the wrong music is played, how it transforms everything. You know what I mean? This. Wait. Was it here? Ooh. It's about spaceflight, baby. Ow! Oh, Jesus. In outer space. We could have the crack with that. Right, leave that be. Don't think the music goes with what we're doing. No, it doesn't. Shexy. Yeah. Outer space. It's like Electric Six meets, I don't know. Anyway, right turn coming in. Ever so slightly. Barra said, lights are on. Bring that speed down there now, meow flower. Groom Lake, Janet 235, inbound for a full stop runway. Something. Yeah, Groom Lake. 32, runway 32. Oh, Jesus. Flight's going to be out of this world, baby. Could you imagine? Going to the moon, baby. Clear for the runway. Oh, yeah. That would absolutely work. We're flying, baby. Could you imagine? Flaps. Lots of flaps. Visual approach. We should line this one up and see what we can do. What's my altitude? 8-9er. Drop her down. Down we go like a devil. All right. She's a bad influence. Yeah. Read that. That was the Mrs. talking, right? As in Mrs. TPHI. 100%. See what? Oh, look at that for the sun setting here as well. He was the guy in Capcom who got the Apollo 13 use and we've had a problem message. Oh, really? Oh, Jesus, look at this, lads. Isn't this gorgeous? All right. Speed is doing his best. We'll jump on the speed brakes here to bring that speed down to something a bit more controllable. I'm an amazing influence. Oh, this is nice. See, grey sky is down there. Nice. Oh no, I need to sneeze. Oh, be Janie. Oh, jeez. Odyssey, can you say that again?
Houston, we have a problem.
Wait, what?
Houston, we have a problem.
Ah, Jesus. What a movie.
Jesus.
What a movie. All right, speed coming down now, 175. All right, autopilot, auto throttle. Good luck in the Cope. We're going to hand fly this one in. Easy now.
Can I get a refund?
No, Shag. Right, no refunds. Speaking of personal space stories, my parents were friends with the late Mike Smith, who was the pilot of Challenger. No way! Alright, easy, Murph. Gear, lap set.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. Space code. Keep returning. This is terribly pretty, isn't it? So we've runway 30. That's not what we're going for. We're going for a 3-2. Man, this is beautiful looking, isn't it? As Rambach says, the model matching is looking a lot better, buddy, isn't it? Easy. Flaps 25. Easy now. Model matching. Did I say model matching? Model matching. I said model matching. Shag off. Popular misquote by Jack Swaggart. The command module pilot actually said, "Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here." Ah. Did I say model matching? Model matching. Model. I can't speak tonight. You guys know better. Don't listen to a word I say. I lead you astray and wrong. I did it again. Wait now. There's 2 runways here, or is that a taxiway? Ah, Jesus. We're going to the one on the right. There's a tailwind here. You still haven't said Amityville. Muse, would you ever shag off, will you? Whatever you said, it wasn't model matching. Listen. Right bunch of funny lads. Hilarious bunch of lads. Right, we're going in.
1,000.
1,000 feet. We're very high. We're not terribly fast though. But be Janie then, we've 18 knots on our tail. This is stupid. We should have come in the other way. Stu, shag off. Old veteran, shag off. Muse, shag off. Oh Jesus, go handy. Oh no, we're very high. We're down there now. We can recover this situation. Yeah, we're alright.
Sink rate.
It's the tactical approach into Area 51. They all do it this way.
Sink rate.
Easy.
Sink rate.
Easy. Oh Jesus.
100.
Yeah, we're doing the wind.
Dreamy, sleepy,
oh,
nutty,
no!
snoozy, snooze.
Scott!
50. 30. 20.
Get down. Get down.
10.
Jesus. 437 though. Jesus. Reversers. Yes. Yes. The things with the stuff is happening. Yes. Yup, you devil. Flaps in. Ah, Jesus. The desert famous for all that condensation, yeah. Owl GFX. Hurt his neck on the landing as well. It did. A terrible pain in my neck. It feels as if I fell. You know, those aliens are laughing at the landing. Good old guy. Thank you very much indeed for 5 months. Cheers, buddy. Oh, jeez. Go handy. Right. Oh, easy now. And he blocking the runway there now, like no bother at all, father.
Approaching runway 15 left.
We'll go this way. Aliens are laughing at your landing, Jesus. Easy now. All is well in the realm. Man, this is pretty cool though. I gotta say, lads, I'm very, very impressed with performance tonight with some of day 5. To think this is a group flight with airliners with high fidelity model matching, this is very good, man. This is very, very good. Easy now. Keep her lit.
Approaching runway 15, right.
Get that APU up and running? Was he flying our ship when we crashed? The aliens will be asking many questions, lads. Jesus, does it Ryan? I knew it! I knew it! Ryanair, Area 51. It makes total sense, lads. Total sense. I mean, think about it. Charitable. Charitable, charitable. You can't be using that excuse for the rest of your flight sim career. I'm a rookie, yeah. They're wondering if he was getting probed when he landed. Jesus. Oh, behave. Alright. Looking good. Obviously delivering Guinness. Yes, yes. Ryanair. Nice. What has happened to Fibro? He was scaring me. Easy now. Great job, men. Creo, excellent work. Sunjammer, excellent work. Jesus, it was in a 727, it looked like. Zed, were you in a 727? Driving like it was in Hot Shots. You know the way we've had like a third Top Gun movie? I reckon we should have a third Hot Shots movie. I mean, that's just bad shagging manners. Will you get out with a shagging way, will you? Sit! What did Jesus? Left the handbrake off too? That was very loud, that button. I deafened myself, so don't worry if you're also deaf. I'm deaf. Huh? Who said who? What? Is it now? Jesus, all the jets here. A fine collection. You're awake now? He was he was probing. What's that with the sound? I can't see now. Right, we'll park in the grass. Get out and walk, he said. With the stutters and grass, he said. Easy now. Oh, there's all sorts of rattling. Alright, park and brake. Set. APU. Bleed coming on. Gens coming on. And engines coming off. Alright. That's the chocks. And we shall engines are running, so we'll have to wait. Oh, heck yeah. Engine spooling down. Lights off. There's Muse fan doing the secret Area 51 walk. No sign of Bob Lazar. Or Bob Lazar. Stairs. Maintenance van. Lavvy service. And cabin cleaning. The whole shooting shebang, lads. We want the whole shooting shebang now brought in. More of that crazy supposed dancing. You're going to see it happen in the real world, lads. That's how we're going to be able to dance someday. You know, Jesus. Easy now, easy. Right, lads, I gotta say, that was a ton of fun. And for airliners to be working, including flying into friggin' Las Vegas, which is a heavy scenery, I gotta say, performance has been excellent. Model matching, not too bad. Dare I say it, not too bad. So, Incredible stuff. So that's going to do it for tonight. Lads, I want to thank you so very much indeed. We've just finished episode 2 from Earth to the Moon. This is our brand new Monday night series. Next week, we continue on. And what are we doing next week? You think I'd know these things? I think we're flying in the Coronado B200 next week. And what we're doing is going to be flying from Marshall down to Stennis, the 2 space centers. So it's going to be Alabama down to Mississippi. Yeah, that's next week. So that's going to be flying in the Coronado B200 for next week's flight. We're going to be learning all about the engineering, right? This is everything from the Saturn V, the LEM, everything, all the vehicles that they were using from Mercury, Gemini, and also with Apollo. This is going to be fascinating stuff. We'll also learn a little bit on the space shuttle as well. So looking forward to next week. There's a ton of information again to learn on this stuff. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I am enjoying it because I get to learn all this stuff. I always had you'd always have like a rough idea and you'd find, oh yeah, I heard that before, or I'm familiar with some of the stuff. But it's only when you kind of dive in a little bit and you can learn a bit more. So it's super fun. So I want to thank you all so very much indeed for joining me here on this Monday. We're back tomorrow morning. We're streaming once again tomorrow. We're taking the Grand Caravan for some on-air ops in Fiji. Kickoff is at 10:00 Zulu. So we're going to be flying tomorrow during the day, and then tomorrow night we shall be Formula 1ing it with a couple of races this season so far. Wednesday night we have the news. Thursday we have a double header once again. We're going to continue learning the L1011 TriStar. Then we have a Vatson flight on Thursday night, and then on Friday night we're off to check out Australia. The new update, which is due to release tomorrow, lads. There's a world update and a new aircraft on the way, hopefully tomorrow. So it's going to be a busy week for sure. But as always, thank you so very, very much indeed for tuning in, keeping me company, for flying along, and comments here in the chat, and to the lurkers as well. Even if you keep us on as background noise. Well, thank you very much for deciding and choosing to click onto the channel and check things out. So until tomorrow morning at 10:00 Zulu time, have a lovely evening. See you then. Straight away. Do you like me, Podge and Raj? You ever see Podge and Raj, did you?
I've all me own teeth. Axe the back of me sack.
Jesus, I didn't think you'd say that. Right, anyway, that's enough of them. Right, we'll get into it anyway, will we? Come on over here with... Oh, we've got a gun sight. This is a beta, so I'm not too worried. It looks great though, doesn't it? Listen to this. She looks like your man. Oh no, it's a him. Oh Jesus. It looked like your one, Katie Taylor. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a great fight, and then I boxed the head off him. Brilliant. You didn't use the indicators. Electricity must be expensive in your truck, is it? Christ! Oh no, a terrible accident! Jesus! Did you jump? Did you jump? Oh, I nearly passed.